Hello, everyone. I am Lonnie, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite things, which is YouTube and trying to make viral videos. And we're also joined by one of my favorite people, who is Ryan. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Lonnie, how you doing? Hey, everybody watching.
Yeah, Ryan has a. This is a very unique situation. Ryan has. Uh, how many? You have two YouTube channels, Ryan?
Two, yep. We have ThriftMine, and then we also have our second channel, which is Crazy Dreamers.
Right.
So,
And you've been running these channels for.
oh man, probably is it 2020? A little over 2 years now.
Okay.
Yep.
And Ryan and I, we're in a Facebook chat and with Justin from the YouTube channel RVA Flips, and we have probably talked about making YouTube videos. Um, I would say probably every day.
Oh,
Maybe we.
easily, yeah.
I
Or at
mean,
least touched on it a little bit. Yeah.
right. It's not always real in depth, but we're always like kicking around ideas, trying things out, giving each other, title ideas, and just like
Yep.
talking about the algorithm and secret sauces and whatnot.
Oh
And
yeah.
Ryan and I share a pretty common bond there in that I'm a big time YouTube nerd, and so is he. We love Justin
Big
likes
time.
YouTube. Justin likes YouTube, but he's not quite on the level of nerdness that we are as
Right.
far as.
Right. I think we think about YouTube a lot more than the average YouTuber,
I,
probably.
I think so, and people may not realize that because we don't really talk about YouTube.
No.
I have a couple of channels now. I've got a lot of experience too. I've got
You've got
one
a lot.
viral.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got one viral video that's got like 1.4 million views. I've got a bunch of others that have over 100,000. I've got like three channels, thousand videos or whatever. Ryan, you've
And
got what?
you've got three channels with over each channel has over 1 million channel views too. Like that's serious, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, I'm not like super good at YouTube, but I have longevity and experience. So, uh, and you are like you're in a real interesting predicament right now because you uploaded a video that not only is it going viral right now, but you predicted that it would go viral before
right.
you uploaded.
Yep.
Why don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, tell us about like real quick. I know, but just give like a real quick summary. Like, what is the Thrift Mine YouTube channel about?
Okay, so basically, what our channel is about, and this is our main channel. Our second channel is more like about our life.
Hmm.
But this channel, Thrift Mine, is 100% just going to garage sales to find stuff to resell for a profit. That's it. Like that's all we show on the channel, and that's what. Do you want me to talk about the video?
Yeah,
Or you want me
yeah, you can. Sure, absolutely. So, but let's give a little more backstory. So,
to?
most of your videos that you publish now, you're going to pretty much going to yard sales and looking for cool stuff and filming the negotiations and the conversations and all that kind of stuff.
Right. Yeah. Me and my, it's not just me, it's my wife as well that
Right.
goes. And we both wear GoPros on our chest while going through these garage sales. So it's pretty interesting, like, catching. I think mostly is the channel is just about like, it's less about, at least this is what I feel. It's
Hmm.
less about the stuff
Right.
and more about like the interactions and the
Hmm.
experiences and the adventures. But this video really isn't about that, I guess. But
I disagree. I disagree because
yeah,
what's interesting when I look at the comments, and there is going to be, of course, a link to the video down below. When I look at the comments for that video, yeah, a lot of people are talking about the stuff, which was some really cool stuff that you bought. But a lot of people are talking about the guy you bought it from.
the guy. That's true. He was an
Yeah.
interesting guy. He had like this really deep voice, like
Hmm.
like a voice that you'd hear on like a radio or like a commercial or something.
Yeah, I
Uh,
started taking my pants off when I heard the.
yeah, but like, yeah, a lot of the comments are about his voice and stuff, which is true. I didn't even really realize it at the moment because
Hmm.
if you watch the video, you understand why. But looking back, he was an interesting dude, and a really nice guy too. So,
Very nice. Very, and a lot of the comments are about him.
hmm
So maybe that. And look, guys, we're going into a pretty deep dive here. We're gonna try and kind of deconstruct why this video is doing so well. And I just wrote down one thing that I think is big. I think that YouTube is about people, like you said, Ryan. It's not the stuff, right?
100%. Yep.
It's about
And
you and Pam and that guy.
yep. And I think I realized that last year because I've been doing YouTube for 2 years now, doing this kind of stuff on that channel for 2 years. And
Hmm.
the first year we found a little bit of success, a little bit of growth. But last year is when it really took off. And last year, I think, is when I realized, hey, it's not about the stuff. It's about the people and about the interactions and getting that stuff on camera. Because that's what people really find interesting. The stuff is the back end stuff or the
Hmm.
back end of the video. And, it gives the video purpose of like why you're there. But it's the end of the day, it's like what you capture and like the people you encounter. That's going to really make it a good video.
And,
So,
and that would translate to any any other genre of YouTube video.
absolutely.
Like you could
Yep.
be like repairing an engine on something
Yep.
or whatever you're doing, feeding dolphins,
Yep.
whatever you're doing, like that those same principles will still apply.
Definitely. Yep.
Huh. That's pretty interesting. So how many views do you typically get on a video like in the past couple of months, would you say? Like once a video's been up for let's say a month, how many views would you say it would have?
Past past couple months I've been pulling probably like a bad video would be like 20,000 and then
Mhm.
like average would be like 40.
Wow.
Um, so like anywhere I would say like 25 to 40,000 views generally. A good one maybe 50, 60. But
And you've had a few that have gotten like over 100 though recently too, right?
yeah, last year we got like I think it was like four or five that got over 100. One got like over 600 and one got over actually I think I have two over 600, one at like 500 and then some, it goes down from there, but
I would say the two over 600. That's kind of viral, you know.
yeah. Yeah.
Like
I'd call it a semi-viral.
yeah, a semi. Yeah, that's our
Semi.
code, dude. I
Yep.
might be onto a semi here. The-
I consider like and I think you do the same viral videos a million plus,
mhm.
So
Yep. And that's kind of been the discussion in our little group there. I had first Justin at RVA Flips, he scored one. Boom, way to go,
yep.
Justin. And then not too long afterwards, I scored one.
Yep.
And but the crazy thing was that like I feel like out of the three of us, Ryan Ryan and Pam are the ones with the strongest channel, and like in general, their videos get way more views than ours do. But he just hadn't found that viral. And I hope we're not jinxing you right now because it doesn't have a million views yet.
It doesn't, no. It's doing well though. Today it's spiking hard. So
Is it?
yeah.
What does spiking hard mean? What
I don't know. Let's look at the analytics real quick. So far it has 408,000 views and it has 200,000 in the last 48.
wow.
And per hour right now I'm pulling 6,000. So it's
That,
wild. It's a rush, man.
it really is, man. That is crazy. So this is why I asked Ryan to do this because he's like in the midst of the viral euphoria, is what
Yep.
I'll call it.
Yeah.
How does it feel having this thing?
It feels awesome, man. Like I always dreamed of it because Justin went through it. Our buddy Justin, you were just talking about, you went through it, and I got to experience that with you guys, like through you guys, and how exciting it was for you. And now I was fortunate enough to have it happen to me. Now, at least I hope. I hope it goes. I hope it goes the stretch. If not, it's fine. But
No, it's going to make it. It's
you
going too
think? Yeah,
strong. It's not going to just get shut down all of a sudden.
yeah,
You're going to make it. But yeah, hopefully we won't jinx it. So yeah, those are crazy numbers, man. 6,000 people per hour right now are clicking on that thing, and the
yeah. That's
comments
wild.
comments must be nuts.
Yeah, I think there's like over 1,000 comments so far or something
Wow.
nuts. Yeah.
So, what do you think? I'm gonna go ahead and we'll go ahead and cut to the chase here.
Okay.
What are the most important components of making a viral video? Like, if you had to say like a short list, what would you say are the main things?
Short list components of making a viral. Let's see. So, I think what you have to do is when you film a video or when you're in the middle of filming a video, you have to, at least in our space and like what we do on YouTube,
Hmm.
you have to recognize the situation. And like a lot of
Mm.
times you can feel it. It's like, all right, this is something special. I need to not play it up on camera, but I need to really make sure I capture this right because I know that it's going to be something. So, like, that's step one, getting it filmed. And that's probably the most important part, obviously. But then once you have that, I think it comes down to, you know, your title and thumbnail have to be like the best it can possibly be. You
Okay.
have to get them to click. You have to get them to click because at the end of the day, if they don't click, they don't watch. And you have to keep them watching the video to the very end, or as long as possible, at least. And that's what I try to do with every video is just get them to click and get them to watch the very end because I mean all the research I've done, the stuff we've talked about, that those three or those two major components are what is going to cause YouTube to push the video. I mean,
So,
if you think about it, right? Like YouTube needs to make money
mhm.
by advertising and they need to get their ads played as much as possible. So, wouldn't it make sense that they want to push videos that people are going to click on and watch the whole thing and watch as many ads as possible? You know, so
So
that's what I think.
your goal is click through, which is going to
Yep,
be that's going to be caused by title and thumb, and then
correct.
another goal is watch time, and that's just based on how good is your video at that point.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So one thing I want to play the hook for this video real quick,
hmm
right here. All right, so let's talk about the hook. How important do you think a hook is on a YouTube video?
I think it's very important because once you get the viewer to click the video,
Hmm.
once they see your title and your thumbnail, and they're like, "Whoa, that looks good," they click on it. Like for the most part, I think people have in this day and age, internet, social media, a very short attention span. So like you have to hook them within the first 10 seconds. And if you don't, they're clicking out,
And
you
I
know?
guess you also kind of have to prove to them that if you stick around, here's a little taste of that payoff.
Exactly. That too. Yep.
This was not clickbait. Look what's coming. Stick
Yep.
around. Hmm.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And with that video, that video in particular, I made a huge buy. So not only did I show like little clips of the buy and then flashing some cash,
Hmm.
um, I also filmed a little clip of myself, like just talking here in the room before we get into the video, telling everybody how insane the buy was, and you're not going to believe how much it's worth.
Mm.
And I remind them I'm going to tell them at the end of the video how much it's worth.
I,
So,
okay. I'm jotting that one down.
yep. So that right there, and that's something I don't normally do in
Hmm.
videos. Usually I'll put in the hook and then I'll just get right into the video. I won't
Okay.
do any like preface before. But that I felt like it was important to reiterate to the viewer that look, this is insane. You're gonna want to watch to the end,
Do you
So
think that might be something you do moving forward? Is say, okay, guys, hey guys, here's what's coming. Here's what's going to happen in the video. Let's go. Just
yeah,
kind of.
probably depends on the instance. Like
Mhm.
I don't think I would do it probably unless it's something crazy like this video, because again, like short attention span. So like I view as like if you have just like a regular video, you want it to get views, but it's not, anything super special. You want to give them a good hook, but then you don't want to be like, "Hey guys, so today we're gonna go here and here and here and here and
over
we're gonna do
over
this and that,"
explaining
and
and
like like just get right into it, cut to the
Okay.
chase. And again, like everybody does it different, but that's just how I feel. Like if you do too much talking, people are going to click out.
Okay. So along those same lines, how do you feel about intros? You don't have an intro, do you?
I don't know. I don't think intros add too much personally, honestly, but obviously there's huge channels that have them, so I don't know. I really don't know.
I've always said the best part about a YouTube intro is when it's over.
It's
Because
it's true. Yeah. I would say if you have an intro, just make it short,
right.
you know.
Yeah, I
I mean,
understand
yeah,
you know.
definitely. Yeah.
Um,
But I
yeah,
mean, if you look at like some of the biggest YouTube channels out there, they don't like look at Mr. Beast. That guy pulls more views than anybody.
he doesn't
And
have an intro, does he?
no intros. Nope.
Ah,
He starts the video out, this is what's going to happen in this video, and then he does it.
yeah.
That's it. He tells the viewer why to stick around,
And Beast is one of your big inspirations, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah, I've learned a lot from him, just like in different interviews of him talking, and that's kind of where I learned about the whole click through rate. Obviously, I learned a lot from you actually, because we talk about this on the daily, and I didn't really even get into like YouTube analytics or anything until I met you.
Hmm.
Um, I just started YouTube and just started uploading. I didn't really know what I was doing at all until I started talking to you.
You know what's funny about that is you say that, but now I'm over here with a notebook taking notes on what you're doing. Okay,
No, but
so
that's what's cool though. Like, especially if you're a YouTuber and you have friends that are also YouTubers, you can bounce stuff off each other and you can learn from each other, which is
so
cool.
so that would be another point here: how to make a viral
Absolutely.
video. Uh, Build a network of peers
Yep.
that want to see you succeed, and that you want to see them succeed.
Right.
Right? Like I
Yep.
think that's important.
Right.
That are going to give you good feedback.
And that's
Uh,
kind of tough in this, in this space to make friends that are not friends for the wrong reasons. you know,
right.
that's huge. But I mean, we've been friends for years, and that's just how that happened. But we were never friends for business, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't even know. I think we've done a few live things,
Yep.
but not yeah, it's not like a collaborative business relationship or
No.
anything like that. It's mostly, we BS and stuff like that
Right.
here in the
Right.
village. But yeah, I think but it is important to have that peer support, I think.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially when you're not only for like the high times, but like in the low times when you're
Right.
struggling, because YouTube is a like YouTube's a roller coaster. It is for everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, how big of a channel you are. You're gonna have ups. You're gonna have downs.
You've
There's gonna be
struggled some.
oh yeah, big time. Yeah. Um, and it's good to have peers that you can bounce ideas off of, or if you're struggling with something, you can talk to them about it, and you don't freak out and make it even worse. Because a lot
Right.
of people will do that on YouTube. They're in the down, they're in the down slope of the roller coaster, and they freak out and do something dumb.
Well, yeah, like change the whole theme of the channel. But
No,
okay, so yeah, so peers. So I'm trying to kind of keep a little list going here myself.
yeah,
Um, did you premiere that video?
I didn't. Nope,
You did not.
nope.
Okay.
I don't
Hmm.
think. Okay, so this is me. I'm not big on premieres because I think what matters with YouTube videos is like the very beginning of release matters big time. So like if you're premiering a video, the notifications don't come out like they would if you were to just release. So your click through, like this is what I think at least. I don't know if this is true, but your click through rate is going to be lower if you do a premiere. And I want the click through rate as high as possible always. Um,
Hmm.
that's just my opinion, but because like if you think about it, right, like if a video's premiering, right, and somebody misses the beginning of the premiere, they're gonna click in and watch the halfway through the video, and they're not gonna like it. They'll be like, "What the heck's going on?" They'll click out. So
Yeah.
like, and it will also affect watch time because of that. So
Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where I stand on premieres, but in any event, this video that's kicking butt was not a premiere.
no,
Okay. Um, what kind of equipment do you use to make the videos?
So all we film on is GoPros. Here's a GoPro right here. We've got two GoPros currently. We have the Hero 8 and the Hero 9. And then occasionally I'll use this camera here. This is a Sony ZV-1. This isn't used like out in the field. I'll just use this for like intro, like for example that intro clip that I was telling you about
Hmm.
where I told everybody to stay around to the end. I filmed that with this camera. I'll use this for like indoor shots. It's not an action camera at all. So I'll use that for that. And then so just those three cameras, and then I edit on a MacBook Pro using iMovie. That's it.
Okay, so pretty simple
Yeah, nothing
setup.
too extravagant. Yep.
It's really cool. I think that two camera setup that you do, I
Yep.
think that adds a lot
Yeah.
to, like, not only I mean the perspective, of course, but y'all can sometimes y'all are doing two totally different things in different
Right.
places at the same sale or whatever.
Right.
Um,
I think that helps with watch time too. I noticed that like last year when we first started doing the two cam thing, like people were staying longer because it was just more interesting. You know, you have Pam doing her thing over here, me doing my thing over here,
ah,
and you're flip flopping back and forth. Like people don't want to click out because like there's no dead space. You know, like it's back and forth. It's interesting. It's like if you I noticed this one time like watching just a TV show like American Pickers for example. If you watch American Pickers, like count how many times they do a jump cut to a different camera. It's like nonstop. And as a viewer, you don't notice that. It's very
mhm.
subconscious, but it's constant and it keeps the shots interesting and it keeps the video interesting. So like I saw that and that's kind of how I got the idea to do the two cam thing because I'm like TV shows do it and there's got to be a reason why they do it. So I started doing it and showed good results. So
And sometimes you can, like, the interesting thing about the viral video was y'all actually had two different storylines going at the same time, which I'd
mhm.
never seen that before in one of these
Yeah,
like you're over there working on at first, anyways. You're over there working on the big buy
yep,
of the Disney collectibles. Meanwhile, Pam is over there working on some video games.
right, yeah,
Two storylines happening simultaneously that you're jumping between.
right. And then she brings the video games over to me. It all comes together. The shots come together,
Hmm.
and it's yeah, it's cool.
That's an interesting little thing y'all do, because, like, in this case, everybody's going to be interested in the big buy, of course.
Right.
But if it was just a normal situation, say you're looking at tools,
You're
right?
right.
And then Pam is looking at something else.
Right.
If they're not interested in what you're doing, they know if they can just wait 30 more seconds, they're going to get back to Pam and what she's doing.
Exactly. That's the thing. Yeah, and that's what I think has helped a lot with watch time because people
Hmm.
just they don't want to click out because it's back and forth. You know, there's two. It's not just a one storyline thing usually for the video.
No,
So
I hadn't really thought about it that much, but now I
yeah.
am, and yeah, that's definitely part of the magic.
Yep.
Hmm. So how much time do you typically spend editing a video? Say a 20-minute video.
um, probably at least. Oh man, it depends, obviously, but I would say like generally probably at least 2 hours editing a video, at least.
What
And
about
that's
on this one?
this one I spent. Let me think. This
Because
one I probably.
I remember when you got this footage, like,
Yep.
you were telling us immediately. You told us this one's special. This one's
Yep.
going to be big. This is before you ever touched the editor or anything.
Yep.
And I feel like you knew you had a a potential viral in the can.
Yeah. Definitely. And that's the thing too. Like after I filmed that video, I didn't even put it out for an entire week because I just
I know.
sat on the footage and thought about it, thought about how I
Yes.
wanted to execute. And I think that's huge. Like I think that if you sit on footage or you know, especially if you know you have a good video, the more time you put in on the back end before you upload will pay off every time. I've seen it. and with this video especially, I waited an entire week before I even put it out, just because I wanted to think about how I wanted to execute, and also I wanted to think about the right title, because the title is one of the most important things.
How many titles did you go through before? What was the title you ended up with, by the way?
So the title, let me see, I can't even remember. So the title I ended up with was "Jackpot of a Lifetime Found at Garage Sale."
Okay, and how many other revisions of that title do you think there exist in this universe? This universe.
I think I had probably like 7 to 10 titles on my notes app. Like, I have a notes app, and
Mhm.
when I think of something, I just write it down. And I remember shortly after I got that footage, I told you about it, and I think I messaged you and Justin about a title idea I had, and it had something to do with like "Find of a Lifetime."
Oh
And
yeah, you did. You
yeah,
did.
it wasn't only that, it was that, and then also some other titles, some other title ideas. And you told me, hey, I really like the "of a lifetime"
And you ended
angle,
up going with that.
and I did. Yeah, I was like, you
Okay.
know what,
You know
that
what? I
sounds good.
forgot about that convo, but you sure did. So which we didn't give you exact words, but it was more of a thematic.
Right, like that angle.
Right. Yeah.
So I think the original title that I had was like "Score of a Lifetime Found at Garage Sale," or like uh, I can't remember, but right before release, like a day or two before I put the video out, the title that I had came to mind. And that's something that happens a lot. And
Hmm.
I know it's happened with you, like
Make a
you'll be
breakthrough.
yeah,
Yeah.
you'll be brainstorming for like so long for like the right title. You'll have all these like mediocre titles,
Hmm.
and it'll be like, that's good, but like it doesn't feel like the one. And then all of a sudden it'll just boom, it'll hit you
And
like
then you know it. And then you
yep,
know, like, okay, that's done.
that's
Next,
the
because I
one.
already
Right.
you say, okay, there's no more thought required. It
Right.
feels nothing feels like that, huh? When you have that,
It feels good too when you get it. Yeah.
it's
And
crazy how hard titles are.
it's very hard, like a lot harder than people would think. Like, you can just title a video whatever, but at the end of the day, if it's the title's not good, it's not getting views.
I'm going to look at this thumbnail again too. Okay, let's talk about the thumbnail. All
Okay.
right, we got a lot going on in this thumbnail. Okay, so we've got boxes full of expensive figures. We
Yep.
got the guy out there who's talking.
Yep.
Are you looking at the thumbnail too right now?
Well, I know what it looks like in my head.
Okay, yeah, you know. You got your wife Pam. She's standing there looking at the stuff,
Yep.
and you've got cash in hand.
Yeah.
Looks like you've got some hundreds,
Yep.
and then there's words across the top. Insane!
Yeah.
Exclamation mark. Talk
Mhm.
about that thumb.
Okay, so normally with thumbnails, I don't put words, because I've always, and this is something we talked about a
Hmm.
lot. Um, Words and thumbnails, and I've always felt this way. I know you felt this way for a long time. Words and thumbnails are, what would you call it?
I would call them a crutch if you're
A crutch.
if used improperly, they can be a
Right.
crutch.
Right. And like, you want the thumb to speak for itself, right? And normally that's what I do. I'll just make a thumbnail of just like a scene of the video. But for this one especially, I felt that it was really important to put words,
Hmm.
because I knew this video was gonna get outside of my my viewer base, which who know what I'm doing. But so I felt like if I just put a screen grab of me standing in front of all these boxes, people would be like, "What the heck? Like, that's
Hmm.
weird," and they'll just keep scrolling. But like, if you put the title says jackpot, and then in the thumbnail in big letters it says insane, like those two words, like subconsciously in your head, will trigger something like click. And also I put $100 bills like right.
Right.
So like that, those two like trigger words, and then also the $100 bills, like it's hard not to click that, I think. I mean,
I,
that's, if
I,
I
I
saw that, I'd click it.
yeah, I would
So
too. And just to give y'all a little back story here, any kind of thumbnail that has cash in it like that, In the business, we refer to that as a cash nail.
Trademarked cash nail.
Yeah,
And
that's
in your video, in your viral video that you have, the exact same thing. You were holding 100 in the
mhm.
thumbnail. I mean, it works. A lot
Yeah,
of people, it works. Definitely works.
it does work.
Yep.
And I mean, okay, so what about clickbait? Is this? We'll keep it on this one. Jackpot of a lifetime, found at garage sale. In this case, I would say you did not clickbait
It's
your
not
view.
clickbait. No, that's
No.
not clickbait. Well, it is clickbait, but it's true. Well, it's like, well, no, I don't want to say that.
I don't, what is clickbait exactly? Like it depends on how
I
you
would,
define clickbait, right?
okay, I define clickbait as, okay, I'll first say this. I clickbait pretty much every video I put out.
You
Okay.
should. It's a marketing
It
tool.
is.
Yeah.
But I define clickbait as engaging title, but not a lie. A lot of you, like a lot of not YouTubers, a lot of YouTube viewers like accuse me of clickbait. Not a lot, but occasionally I'll get somebody, oh, clickbait. But I don't take offense to it because the title isn't a lie. It's not a lie. Like I got them to click, which was my goal, but I didn't lie to them. Like that.
Yeah.
That's my standard for titles and thumbnails. Yes, I'm gonna clickbait, but I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, I bought this Bugatti at a yard sale, like, and then not buy a Bugatti.
Right. You're not going to
So
lie,
I'm not gonna lie, no,
but
but
you
I'm
may
gonna.
sensationalize a tad, maybe.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You got to get
Yeah.
him. You got to get him to click.
That's my actually. I haven't had anybody tell me I'm a clickbaiter in a while, which means I'm probably not doing a very good job. Because back when people used to call me say that was clickbait,
Yep.
my response would always be, "But did you click?"
Right.
That's all.
Absolutely.
It's a binary thing for me. Did you click? Yes or no?
Right.
No, that sucks. Yes, I win.
Like for example, your viral video was a clickbait title, but it wasn't a lie, and like you got you got commenters saying like your title of your video is "Do this at garage sales," right?
right.
You got people commenting, "Do what? I don't know what." But
I watched this 3 times and I still don't know what I'm supposed to
the
do.
what is you being an absolute boss going to garage sales, right?
Yeah.
It's not a lie.
No, it wasn't a lot.
No.
Yeah,
So,
the clickbait thing. I understand how some viewers get frustrated with it, but
yeah.
ultimately, like if you're a YouTuber and you're not trying to get people to click on your video, then what are you doing? Why just
Yeah.
keep them private if you don't want people to click?
Yep. And the competition's way too high. You have to stand out. Like it's just how it is. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, that's my every time I write a title, that's my what? That's my what's the word I'm thinking for? Criteria. That's my criteria. Is it a good title and not a lie? Like I don't want to lie in my title.
So when you finally hit upload on this video, or when you finally hit publish, I should say,
Hmm.
how did you feel? Did you feel you had done everything you could do?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I felt really good about it for sure. Cuz I did like, I put the work in the back end, and I knew that the title was as good as it was going to get. The thumbnail was as good as it was going to get. The video, I couldn't have put more into the video really. So I was like, well, whatever it does, it does. I did my best. And that's what I try to do every video, just make every video the best it can possibly be. What's the worst that can happen? It doesn't perform well. I mean, or it performs awesome, you know? So,
So so how many videos do you try and put out like a week or a month or whatever?
man, when we first started YouTube, I put 3 or 4 a week, but now it's like one a week.
Hmm.
And that's something we could talk about too, like especially with growing a channel. I know this
Maybe
is
maybe we could do another one of these where
yeah,
we
yeah,
get
yeah,
in
yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Yeah, that's fine.
because I kind of want to stay focused on this whole
Yep.
viral thing.
No, I agree. Yep.
So I mean, I remember when I had my viral. I think I told you guys. I said this one's special. I have a
Hmm.
good feeling about this one.
Yep.
The whole thing and like part. You know what? We need to talk about the luck factor too, because And although you put yourself in position to be lucky because you had the interesting guy, he had the stuff, you had the big buy, all that,
Yeah.
everything. You had your wife Pam was there with you. Y'all both cammed up, and everything just fell right into place in that moment, and you knew you had something special there.
Yep.
But you put yourself in that position every weekend when y'all go out,
Right.
right? So, but you had to have the good fortune. Like if you went out, say this coming weekend or
Hmm.
today, did y'all go out today?
We did. Yeah.
And y'all both wore cameras.
Yep.
Did you make a viral video today?
Probably not. But I mean, there's no telling really. Like, and that's the thing too.
Mhm.
I put out videos last year that like the number one video on my channel right now has like 620,000 views or something. When I published that, I had no clue it was going to get that much views. I was like, it's all right. It's a pretty good video, I guess. But it just blew up. Like I didn't know it was gonna, but it did.
Which one is that? What's it about?
The title is he had no clue he sold me this.
Mm. Yeah, it sounds
And
fairly innocuous. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it wasn't anything super special, but for some reason, it just blew up.
Hmm.
I really don't know why. I think the watch time was really good um, on that video in particular because, again, like in that video, me and Pam are in like near the end, especially me and Pam are in two different situations. Pam has this like kind of crazy lady talking her ear off, and then I'm over here across the way, totally like not even. It was like a community sale, not even near her, trying to make a deal with some guy, and I kept flipping back and forth. Like I'm
Mm.
negotiating, and then I cut to her like talking to this lady about like running from cops, and then like I go back to me negotiating, and I keep flipping back and forth. And I think a lot of people found that interesting and funny, and
So
it
it
just
stuck
helped.
around. So the
Right,
watch
and it
time.
wasn't that long of a video. It was only like 12 minutes, so they watched the whole thing. You know, so YouTube pushed it more. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of.
So that's why you say make the best video you can every time
Exactly.
because you
Yeah.
don't know when you're. It
Yep.
also kind of shows you don't really we don't really know psychology that well.
No.
You know, like we
No.
don't really know what people always like or want or think they want.
Yeah, it's hard to get in people's
And,
heads.
and people, I don't think people even could tell you.
No.
I
No.
don't think people know what they want or what they like
Right.
until they see it and they click on it.
Yep.
That's the only way to know.
That's true.
Like if you ask Joe Blow, what kind of video do you like? He's probably going to tell you something. How to videos or educational videos or blah blah blah.
Right.
But what you really watching, Joe Blow?
Yep.
You really watching Nicki Minaj music video? You know what I mean? Like, what are you really
Right.
watching?
No, at the end of the day, like I don't care what anybody says. People come to YouTube for entertainment.
Right. I
And if
agree.
you can make the most entertaining video possible, then you're doing it right. You know, like even if it doesn't go viral, like again, make the best video you can possibly make every video. And I mean, just give it your best shot. Like that's really what it comes down to, you know.
That's why I wanted to make this video though, is not only because you got the viral, because that could any like literally anybody can make a viral. It's because you knew you had viral content when you shot it, and it was everything you did was intentional. None
Hmm.
of it was luck, and you sat down to edit your first viral video, and you knew it was going to be viral, or you knew it
Yeah.
was probably
Yeah.
going to be viral.
That's the thing. Like a lot of it's led up to this moment. Like we've been doing YouTube for 2 years, learning every day along the way of stuff that works, and just learning the basics of YouTube and the things that work and what doesn't work, especially. And and with the channel growth, I think it helped a little bit, pushing it even harder. But just experience in general, like
Hmm.
that's the thing. Like how to create a viral video, start making videos.
Yep.
You know, like you got to get the experience. You're not going to just make it. You're not going to upload your first video and it's going to blow up. It's just not going to happen. It has happened, but it's very rare. You
Right.
know, and it just comes with experience and learning and growing.
YouTube is more likely to grant a viral video, I think, in my opinion, this is a guess, to a channel that has a long track record of putting up good videos that people like and have pretty good many subs.
Hmm.
Um, I think YouTube is going to give that channel a better chance to have a viral
Yep.
than a brand new channel.
Yep.
Like I told you the other day, I'm like, I wonder if like 2 years ago when y'all first started, and let's say you had 100 subscribers, and you're getting like maybe 30 or 40 views per video or whatever. I'm those numbers are off the top of my head. And you took this same video that you just published, and
Yep.
you published it back then on that on in that situation. It who knows? It may have gone viral, or it may be sitting there with 500 views.
Yeah, I agree. That's the thing that's kind of unfair about YouTube. Like
Uh,
definitely
yeah.
not unfair. You don't think so?
No, no, because you put in the work.
Yeah, true. Yeah, yeah,
And
you're right.
none of it's luck.
Yeah,
And that's part of the way that YouTube considers you and Pam to be authorities on. Sorry, it's a motorcycle out there. You, you and Pam are authorities on the garage sale video.
yep,
So, like, you have
true.
an authoritative voice that you've paid for with your time, effort, and views. The viewers let YouTube know. Boom. That now, I bet if you on that same exact channel, if you made some video totally outside of that realm of garage sale video,
Right.
it would probably perform really poorly, and YouTube probably wouldn't push it either.
Yeah, that's true. Because it would have low click through, very
Mhm.
low watch time, and they just wouldn't push it. Like it might get like 10,000 views, but it's not going to get more than that. Like the regular viewers like that watch our channel might watch it, but that's about it. And that's another thing too. And this is something you told me. Like this is something you told me like the first time we ever talked.
Really? Okay, I
You
can't
ready?
remember. Yeah.
And it's something that stuck with me because it's huge. If you want a viral video, you got to make a title for the people that don't know you.
Mm. I didn't coin that though.
No?
I got that from Steve.
Oh, okay.
Steve and Stuff Resell Killers, who have a huge channel.
Yep.
I learned that during a talk with Steve. And yeah, yeah, the people that are always watching you, they're always watching you anyway,
Yep.
right?
They're going to watch no matter what you put out. So you got to make a title and a thumbnail and whatever for the people who have never seen you, you know?
Great point.
So,
Let's talk some about. There's some other parts of a video on the back end. What do you do for your description?
okay. So description, um, I don't really do much, to be honest. I'll copy I don't think this matters, but I'll copy the title of the video and I'll put it in the first line of the description.
Okay.
And then I'll put right under that, I'll put a little bit of overview of what the video is about, a few keywords, like I'll put like garage sale or finding stuff to resell or whatever. Just like a few keywords into like a couple sentences. Nothing crazy. And I don't think that stuff matters all that much, to be honest. But I do it. And that's about it
What
as
about
far
tags? Do you use tags at all?
as tags. I have not used tags on videos in over a year.
So no tags on your viral.
No tags.
Okay.
Tags do absolute, and I know this for a fact. Tags do absolutely nothing for a video. Nothing. So,
Unless uh, the only thing I would say about that, because I don't really use them much either,
yep,
you don't get traffic on your videos from search.
right.
Maybe if you were trying to get traffic on your videos from search, which is a whole different ball of wax. That's an evergreen type video, right?
Yeah,
Maybe tags might matter then. Maybe. Or maybe
maybe.
description more or something. I don't.
However, I saw this video one time. Again, back to the whole Mr. Beast thing. Mr. Beast is a probably like the biggest YouTube nerd ever. That's why he
Right.
gets the views he gets. He put a video back when he had like the smallest channel, like probably under 100,000, maybe even smaller than that. He put a video out, Do Tags Matter? You can search it, go watch. He makes this burner video with like no title, puts like this random tag that's never been used in any, like he just made up like random gibberish tag in the tagline of the video, uploaded the video, and then searched it with that tag. No results.
So it doesn't even show up in search.
Right. It doesn't show exactly. It doesn't show up in search. So like he searched the tag that he put in and zero results.
Unless it somehow tells YouTube what the video's about.
Yeah, maybe.
Other than direct search, but who knows? But YouTube itself even tells us tags aren't important anymore.
Exactly. It says it right in the thing. Like tags don't do much for your video or
So
something
they
like that.
YouTube probably learns what your video is about. Although hell, YouTube might just be listening to what your video is about from the
Right.
video itself at this point, right?
Right. Yep.
So the search might be getting smarter and smarter and smarter as we go.
Yep.
Hell, we might not even need a title after a while.
I know, right? But that's the thing. Like you can go and look at Mr. Beast's channel. Like if you have what is it, TubeBuddy, and you can see tags. Like if you go to his channel with your TubeBuddy installed, look at all his videos, zero tags. He doesn't use them.
That's good to know because
Yep.
it's always I always find it a little cringe when I'm into TubeBuddy and I go look at somebody's channel and they're tagging like other YouTubers in the space. I'm like, ooh,
Like you.
or whoever, right?
Or
Like,
anybody. Yeah.
it's like, oh,
I know. It is cringe.
uh. Okay, so you
I
don't
mean,
really. I'm sorry.
I don't think they help much, but I think if you put them in there, it's not going to hurt you either. I just don't take the time to do it because I don't think it matters. So
Okay, cool.
that's all.
One more question, and that is about. Oh, well, I have another thing written down here. I think it's a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
It factor. Do
It
you have
factor.
it? Do you have the it factor, Ryan? Do you and Pam have the it factor?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to like talk crap about anybody, but I mean, YouTube definitely comes down to personality
Yep.
at the end of the day, and it like you either have it or you don't. And people can say like, "Oh, anybody can do YouTube and be successful," but
Not true.
it sounds like a jerk thing to say, but it's not true. It's really not true.
I've seen people just work their tail off, do
Yep.
it all by the book. They're doing everything right. They're putting effort into the thumbs
Yep.
and titles, and they've really tried to construct the video. And they should be getting pretty good results, if not great, pretty good at least.
Yep.
And they don't have it because not everybody has it, and
Not
that
everybody
sucks.
does.
It
Yep.
sucks.
It does. It's too bad, but it's just like that's the thing. Like YouTube has zero bias.
Yeah.
Zero. Either YouTube likes you or they don't. It like they're not going to have bias. Like, oh, he seems like a nice guy. I'm going to push his video. No, like either your video's good or it's not. You know.
It's totally driven by the market.
Yep.
which
Yep.
which is kind of sad though because that's if you watch a lot of these YouTube guru videos selling courses and whatnot, they have all these steps, right? They have okay, you do
Yeah.
this, you do this, you collab, you blah 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 blah, blah and then success. And
Yep.
it's like, well, first of all, you look at their videos, and your last video got 2K views, dude. I mean, like, is it really worth
I know. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny?
it?
Yeah.
but not everybody can make that video, which is not to say they can't make some video because
Oh yeah.
there are also like technical type videos that aren't driven by personality.
Right.
That
Absolutely.
maybe they could find a space there, but not everybody has that it factor.
Like if you're going for entertainment, like you're not doing like a how-to or like
Hmm.
technical sort of stuff, you know, you got to have a personality at the end of the day.
Yeah, and the last thing is social media.
Hmm.
You've put a pretty good bit of effort into social media in the
I have, yeah, a little bit.
past year. I would say you've tried to kind of expand that a little bit. What all are
Yeah.
you doing there? And that
Um, to be honest, I'm I expanded a little bit, but I didn't hit it hard. And I think social media is awesome. Like I think it's definitely a powerful tool, especially for like promoting your videos, promoting your brand, whatever it is you're doing. Um, and like I can't speak for myself because I really haven't done it. that much. But I made a Facebook page. I made an Instagram. I just started doing stuff on Discord.
Yep.
Um, but I think if you can grow those bases a lot, it's a powerful tool to use to grow even more.
That kind of
Personally,
creates
from
super
go ahead.
fans, doesn't it? Like that can help
Yeah,
create like super fans, which are they could like shout your name out to other people,
definitely.
right?
Yeah, I mean, like the more buzz, the better. Really, like the more people that are engaged with you, not only on YouTube but on other platforms, the better. You know, um, but like, for me though, personally, I haven't hit that stuff too hard because I'm so focused on YouTube. Like I can't even think about it. I just can't. And maybe in the future I'll try to grow that stuff more. But as far as you like Instagram, I think we only have like 3,000 followers or something. Like not that much, and not that much on Facebook either. But it's just because I can't focus on it, because
Yeah.
I'm too busy like
He has a
focusing on YouTube.
he has a full-time job, and
Yep.
then y'all well, not only do you buy this stuff that you're showing on your videos, you're also selling it.
Yeah.
That was another thing that I thought was smart about your video when you made it, and another reason you waited a week or whatever is because you bought all that stuff, but this you wanted to have kind of a wrap for the story you were telling.
Right. Absolutely. Like that was, and that all played in with the whole like thing of me sitting on the footage for a week and thinking how I wanted to, portray the video. I was like, you know what? It would really add to the video for the viewer to know like what all this stuff is worth. And I'm going to put that at the very end. So I made sure to get all the items listed, and then I calculated the entire value of the entire lot of stuff, put it right at the very end for the payoff for the viewer. So
That's good packaging because they need that closure on the story.
right,
They need
right,
that, and
yep,
and it's not just a wild ass guess kind of thing like they do on Storage Wars, you know,
right.
like
This sock is worth $30.
right. They do it all the
Yeah,
time. So
yep.
yeah,
No, that was like the actual value. I wasn't just making up numbers.
what was the actual value of that again?
4,500 or something.
Okay,
I think.
4,500 minus fees, blah blah blah, minus cost of
Right.
goods. Yeah, you're gonna
I'll
clean
make
up.
probably. Yeah.
You might even make a few dollars on the YouTube video too.
Well, the video actually has paid for the buy already, I will say.
Okay,
So,
we're not gonna get into
yeah.
specifics, but the
Yeah.
buy was 850.
Yeah.
Okay, and the YouTube videos paid for the buy. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, we have that much anyway. So,
Yeah.
and who knows? Maybe we'll talk about money at some point later. But we're
Yeah.
neither one of us is kind of people. We don't really like to flex like how much I made on YouTube. But
No, no, no. Those videos are cringe. No, not
yeah,
doing it.
yeah. Although
Yeah.
you know what people like to do though, I don't like those videos. But I have to admit I have clicked on quite a few videos where they're like where people are like how much I made on my viral video or how much
Yeah.
AdSense paid me. I click on
Yeah.
those all the time.
Yeah. Those are interesting. Yep.
So maybe you'll make that video. Maybe it gets 10 million views and you're like, how much does YouTube pay for 10 million views?
I don't think I'd do it still.
Maybe you would come in here and do
Maybe.
it. Maybe not. Maybe you just take that to the grave. You
Yeah.
gotta let us know anyway. You let me
Oh
and
yeah. I'll
let
tell you.
Justin and I know.
Of course.
All right. Well, I hope everyone got a little something out of this. I know I did. I'm taking notes over here from from my guy Ryan, and maybe we can do another one of these later on. Maybe not
Definitely.
against, maybe
Yeah.
not about just making a viral video, but we can. There's so many topics when it comes to YouTube,
Oh yeah. Tons.
starting a channel and everything. Maybe we can make
I
another
could.
one of these.
I could talk all day about YouTube.
Oh, I
I
could
think
too.
you could too.
Is there anything we missed though about making a viral video, in particular?
uh, I don't think so. We hit like
I
hooks,
mean, you don't
titles,
even
thumbnails.
have one yet, but
I know. I hope it goes viral. We'll see.
Oh, it's going to go viral. It's just well, it already is viral if it's getting 6,000. Like that's
Yeah,
how many days has it been since you
a
released it? About
week,
a week.
a week today. Yeah,
Okay, yeah. If a week later your video is getting 6,000 views an hour, you're probably viral.
yeah. I hope so.
But yeah, thanks a bunch for joining us, Ryan. It was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. It was fun.
All right, and maybe we could do another one of these soon. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody, and we'll see y'all again later. Maybe. Bye, y'all.